The photo that you're looking at now is a trip that was planned to take young adults to black colleges. And these were kids who grew up in the Fruit Belt who were told they should not even think about pursuing college. One of the things that we realized is that we needed to kind of keep that spirit going in the Fruit Belt. So we grew up with a spirit of taking care of each other, and it makes me sad now that I see the Fruit Belt, and now everybody is looking at the Fruit Belt. Why? Because there's a dollar to be made.
The Fruit Belt has such a rich heritage. It was called the Fruit Belt because of all the orchards that were here. All the names of the streets: Peach Street, Orange Street, Lemon Street. Starting in the late 40s and the early 1950s, slow introductions of African Americans coming from the South, post-war northward migration to work in the automobile factories, the steel factories that had become a gateway out of poverty for individuals who were leaving segregation of the South. So when you go back and you look at the histories, you will find that at one point or another, just about every ethnic group moved into the neighborhood, raised their kids, moved on for one reason or another to other places. The big difference this time is that it's not a natural migration. It's more of a forced migration coming from the efforts at gentrification, one of the side effects of the growth of the Buffalo-Niagara Medical Corridor.
Millions of dollars from taxpayers have helped the Buffalo-Niagara Medical Campus quickly grow from 7,000 employees back in 2002 to an estimated 20,000 workers by 2019. And 1.5 million patients and visitors come to the campus every year. While the medical campus growth can be seen as a success, it amounts to a failure in responsible urban planning. Proper planning could have prevented the heavy burdens the medical campus is now imposing on the neighboring Fruit Belt. Gentrification threatens the price of Fruit Belt residents out of their neighborhood. Outside speculators loom, ready to snatch up properties to make a dollar. And the most apparent problem today: residents daily struggle to easily access their homes due to a severe parking crunch. Better planning could have helped the campus neighbors benefit from this rapid expansion.
You may have an 80-year-old old lady who's, trying to get her groceries to her home, and she leaves to go to the grocery store. She comes back and her parking spot has been taken by someone who's not a resident of the community. It begets the question of, where do you expect these people who are mostly low-income families, where do you expect them to go? Or is it just that you don't care?
My name is Anthony Chestnut. I have been a member of the Fruit Belt for over 50 years. I have family that actually prosper from the Fruit Belt, grandparents as well, so we've been major stakeholders within the Fruit Belt area, as well as the city of Buffalo. My main objective for being here is for the Community Benefits Agreement to assist and help all of the city of Buffalo, as well as the Fruit Belt District.
Community Benefit Agreements, or CBAs, are agreements between developers and coalitions of community organizations addressing a broad range of community needs. They are safeguards to ensure that affected residents share in the benefits of major developments. They allow for community groups to have a voice in shaping a project, to press for community benefits that are tailored to their particular needs, and to enforce developers' promises.
Open Buffalo is a citywide movement to address social and economic inequality in the city. There's millions of dollars in subsidies going in public and private development projects all across the region. Those are our taxpayer dollars. We want to ensure that there's some level of community benefit associated with these projects. I'm excited to have the opportunity to play a role in this community benefit agreement. I think that this is going to be historic and really in how economic development should be done.
I'm Megan McNally. I'm the executive director of The Foundry. The Foundry is a business incubator over on the east side, just north of the medical campus. We have a lot of folks who are in poverty and need jobs. And so part of our job at The Foundry is to help them either through skills training or through being their own boss. And so what we'd like to see as part of a community benefits agreement would be procurement, making it easier for minority and women-owned businesses to work with the medical campus and increase their economic self-sufficiency.
I own properties on 3 of the major streets that is the closest to the medical corridor, and it's just wonderful to see that we're finally getting to the precipice of where we're going into negotiation and getting something done. I am hoping that will absolutely improve the quality of life of the residents. That is my concern, that is my passion, and this is what I'm living for to see happen.
And I remember my father, there were 9 of us, and my father was so happy that he could provide a place for us where we had a backyard, we had bedrooms, we had a nice home. And I remember him saying, he said, "I can't let my home fall." You know, we have struggled and we continue to struggle. I was thinking the other day that I was about my dad, and I was thinking, we're still fighting, Dad. We're still fighting to maintain the community and the love that we've always had there for each other.
The Fruit Belt is not just fighting for its right to survive. Its residents are fighting for their right to thrive. Please visit cfabuffalo.org to sign our petition asking the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus to do the right thing, to sign a community benefits agreement with the Fruit Belt before it's too late.